side. Look how close these two are here. And here comes Chase Briscoe. It's the 3 JGR Toyotas.
Jeff Gordon just said something about Denny Hamlin that shocked the NASCAR world. After watching Hamlin lose at Kansas by less than a blink of an eye, Gordon opened up about the pain of losing races, and what he shared will surprise you. Let me explain what happened at Kansas Speedway. This race had drama, heartbreak, and an ending that everyone is still talking about. Denny Hamlin showed up to Kansas on a mission. He wanted his 60th career win, which would tie him with Kevin Harvick and make him one of the top 10 winners in NASCAR history. And honestly, it looked like his day. He started second, quickly grabbed the lead, and just took off. Hamlin led 159 laps out of 273 total laps. That's more than half the race. He won Stage 1, he won Stage 2, his car was flying, and nobody could touch him. Hamlin's team gave him an incredible car. Everything was working perfectly. Fans watching thought this was going to be easy for the number 11. But racing never works out that simple, does it? Then things started going wrong. Around lap 214, Hamlin's power steering went out. That's a huge problem. Imagine trying to steer your bike with one hand tied behind your back. That's what Hamlin was dealing with. He also had low voltage issues. But even with all these problems, Hamlin was still leading with 14 laps to go. He was that good. Then came the cautions. With just 14 laps left, a tire came apart on the track and brought out a yellow flag. Everyone had to pit. And this is where things got messy for Hamlin. His regular jackman wasn't there because he got suspended after a loose wheel problem at Bristol, so they had a substitute jackman, and that substitute made a mistake. A big one. Hamlin lost 4 spots on pit road. Just like that, he went from leading the race to starting 6th for the final restart. All that hard work, all those laps led, and now he's buried in 6th place. But wait, it gets crazier. The race went to overtime. Then, during the first overtime attempt, Zane Smith and John Hunter Nemechek crashed. Smith's car actually rolled over. The race got red flagged, meaning everyone had to stop completely. So now we're going to a second overtime restart. Bubba Wallace, who drives for 2311 Racing, a team that Hamlin co-owns, was starting first. Christopher Bell was next to him. And Hamlin was back in 5th. Chase Elliott was even further back in 8th, but here's the key thing. Elliott had 4 fresh tires. Everyone else's tires were older. The green flag dropped for that final restart, and Hamlin went to work. He drove like a man on a mission, climbing back up through the field. He got to 2nd place and was right behind Wallace, his teammate, his employee, his friend. Going into the final corner, Hamlin made his move. He dove to the inside trying to get under Wallace, but remember, Hamlin had no power steering. His car wouldn't turn properly. As he came up on Wallace, the 2 cars made contact. Hamlin pushed Wallace up the track and into the wall. Both cars got loose and tight. And that's when Chase Elliott saw his chance. With both Toyota drivers struggling and the inside lane wide open, Elliott shot through like lightning. His fresh tires grabbed the track, and he powered past both of them. Elliott crossed the finish line first, Hamlin crossed second, losing by just 0.069 seconds. Less than a tenth of a second separated him from his 60th win. After the race, Hamlin looked completely crushed. He told reporters,
"Just super disappointing. Obviously, I wanted it bad. You know, it would have been 60 for me, and team just did an amazing job with the car. Just really, really fast. Gave me everything I needed. Got the restart I needed. Just couldn't finish it there on the last corner."
But then Hamlin said something that really showed how much this hurt. He said,
"Man, I wanted it for my dad. I wanted it for everybody. Just wanted it a little too hard."
Think about that. This wasn't just about a number or a record. This was personal for Hamlin. He wanted this for his family. And when you want something that badly, sometimes you push too hard. Later, Hamlin admitted he made a mistake. He said, "I got really close to the 23. If I had to do it all over again, I think I'd run a little bit lower to allow a space between us so I don't get so tight." He knew what went wrong. He owned it. But that doesn't make it hurt any less. And here's the awkward part. Bubba Wallace, the driver Hamlin made contact with, is one of his own drivers at 2311 Racing. Hamlin co-owns that team. So he basically took out his own guy while going for the win. Some people wondered if Hamlin should have raced Wallace differently because of their relationship. But Hamlin made it clear. He said, "I would have raced everyone the same way. I'm going for 60. Nobody will ever accuse me of laying over anyone for a win." Hamlin wasn't going to give anyone special treatment. Not even his own driver. That takes guts. Wallace actually interrupted Hamlin's interview after the race to tell him it was a good battle. No hard feelings. That's racing. Now here's where Jeff Gordon comes in, and what he said is really interesting. Jeff Gordon is a legend. He won 93 races and 4 championships during his career. He's now the vice chairman at Hendrick Motorsports, the team Chase Elliott drives for. So technically, Gordon should be celebrating. His driver just won. His team just advanced to the next round of the playoffs. But when reporters asked Gordon about the race, he didn't celebrate. Instead, he felt bad for Hamlin. And he said something that every race car driver understands, but fans rarely hear. Gordon said,
"Oh, I can't remember many of the ones that I won, but I can tell you all the ones I lost."
Let that sink in. Jeff Gordon won 93 races, but he can't remember most of those wins. What he remembers are the losses, the races that got away, the mistakes he made. Those are what stick with you. Gordon continued,
I mean, you just, those decisions haunt you, missed shifts and, bad choices on restarts and, whatever it might be, especially if it was on your, it was on kind of your watch or in your hands. And
Gordon knows exactly what Hamlin is feeling because he's been there. He's made mistakes that cost him wins, and those mistakes don't go away. They stay with you. They wake you up at night. They replay in your head over and over. Gordon even talked about his own painful memory from 2015 at Martinsville. He got a speeding penalty on pit road that cost him a great finish. Gordon said about that race, "When it's on you, it hurts. And that's the way I feel right now. I feel pain because we had a golden opportunity right there, and I ruined it for us." That was 9 years ago, and Gordon still remembers it clearly. That's how deep these losses cut. So when Gordon watched Hamlin lose at Kansas, he didn't see a competitor who failed. He saw a driver going through the same pain he's experienced dozens of times. Even though Gordon's team won, he felt for Hamlin. Gordon analyzed what happened in that final corner. He said,
I don't know what was going to happen there if Denny wrapped the bottom instead of, kind of using Bubba up, but I still think Chase had a great shot at it just because of the new tires and the run he had going into 3. But
basically, Gordon was saying that even if Hamlin had driven perfectly, Elliott probably still would have won because of those fresh tires. The tire advantage was just too big. But Hamlin will never know for sure, and that's what makes it so hard.